Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode, what are we at? 9? 8? 9. I think it's 9. I don't know. So I believe you have to be interested in the axe you're making if you're gonna, well, for one, enjoy it. And for two, if you're gonna put out, your best product, you want to be excited about it. At least I do. And I've been searching through these boxes for about an hour now. And every once in a while, digging through it pays off. I struck gold. This is another Union tool, Charleston. So it's kind of similar to this axe that I did here, but it's got a little bit shorter of a bit, but it's a little bit lighter. This one is a 3 3/4. This is a 3 1/2. It's got a nice pull on it, and I'm gonna make a sweet little wedge banger out of it. There's a couple reasons why I'm choosing this one. For one, I like the stamp. For two, it's gonna be a well-balanced axe that I can put on a straight handle and make a wedge banger. I could have put this one on a straight handle and made a wedge banger, but the bit's long. So that's why I made kind of just a well-rounded axe on it. And for 3 or 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever reason, it's got a small eye. Wedge bangers are a bit better, but even on these, I have lost them just right on the shoulder there. And so with a small eye, and we got a small eye here, I think I should be able to make it work. So that's the plan. Let's get into her. You know how it goes over here. I don't know where we're at, what we're doing. That's just how it goes. So I'm back in the shop. I just did a pretty exciting unboxing on 8 new axes from Australia. And by new, I mean old. Vintage Tassies. I got a wedge banger in there. Just give you a quick preview. These ones I already had. These ones are all new. So very exciting. Maybe I put clips of it, maybe I didn't. Life's a mystery. And, we're just here to enjoy it. So, back to the show. I'm happy with the grind I got going on here. You know how this goes. It's so hard to pick it up on the camera. It always is. Come on, baby. It's hard for you to see. We're around 22.5 to 25 degrees in that zone all the way through. We're pretty even on both sides. I think I got all of the speed bump, more or less. There's just a burr on it. So I'm gonna deburr it, and then I'm gonna lock in and polish this thing to a bloody mirror, because that's the move today. All right, let's get into it. Well, hello there. We've got it polished. It's all looking good, looking sweet. It's been a while since I went all the way with a polish job, so I felt like it, and that's what I'm doing. My wedge bangers don't sell for as much as, you know, my splitting axes, my Tazzies, things like that. So it's hard to justify, you know, 3 hours of polishing on one of them, but who cares? It's what I'm wanting to do, and I was interested in doing it, so I did it. And that's how that goes. We're on a Whiskey River wedge banger handle. These are actually quite nice. Problem is they got a small eye. They don't give you a lot to work with. Luckily for me, this axe has a small eye already, and so I'm not expecting this to be a hard haft, but I've said that before and I've royally messed up quite a few times, more than I'm proud of. So we'll just get right into it. I'll start on the sander just so I can kind of slip it on there and get a good idea. And then this is probably going to be mostly hand tools and that little sander there. So let's get into the montage. Okay, here we are. It's coming out very, very nice. This eye was punched pretty much perfect, which is just makes my life a lot easier, especially with some of the other ones we've been doing recently. This is all going really, really nice. It looks like we might be on a bit of a shelf, so I'm just gonna pop it off one more time. Excuse me, and do a little bit of draw knife work, and then I'll sand it, burn it, and we'll finish this baby off. Okay, there we are. Coverage all the way around. Come on, focus for me. Biting a little bit hard in the front here, but if I can just gingerly take a little more from the back, that should work out just fine. I typically use my little map gas propane torch here, but I've seen Jeff Schroeder, I believe it was, he just used his Tiger torch right on the handle and it looked pretty cool. And that map gas is expensive, so I'm just gonna put it on the floor and see how it comes out that way. I'd say that was a fail. I don't like how much it was cooking it in certain areas. It cooked the top of this real good. I don't think I like that. I'm going back to the map gas. I like it. Nice and dark burn. Darker than I usually go. I want the polished head to really pop on this handle. we'll see if I can even get this on now. That kerf opened right up when I went to burn that on the ground. I don't think that was a good idea. There we are. A lot of people ask me about my belt grinder here. It's a 2x42 buck tool on Amazon. In Canadian, I think it was 250 bucks, maybe. It's probably the best money I've spent on this whole business. I'd like a bigger unit. This is only a third of a horsepower, 1/3. But it rarely stalls on me. Like, you'd be surprised what a 1/3 horsepower can do with the right belts. So, for what it's worth, I think even as a hobbyist, you might be able to justify the cost. And that's why I like this unit. I did make one little modification. I cut the bottom off here. Quite a few people have asked, but I did cut off this piece right here. I just used, you know, one of these, I just used, you know, one of these cutting discs on an angle grinder, and I just cut that bottom piece right off. So then when I lay it down flat, I can use the wheel surface on that contact wheel. And then I just took the casing right off, and it's never gone back on because I change out belts all the time, and there's no need for it to be on. So, little tip. For some reason I forgot to hit record when I was just banging this in, but it's going in nicely, and we'll just finish it off with the big boy. Not bad. It'll clean up nice. All right, it's all said and done. Super happy with it. Pretty much ready to walk away. But I think I'm gonna polish this axe handle. I think I'm gonna give that a go. Here's the results. Super smooth, super shiny. And I think we'll just make a lovely little wedge banger for someone. I noticed after polishing it is I feel like it almost took a little bit of that dark look away that I was really going for. So I'm gonna do something I haven't done yet before, and that is stain it after polishing, and see what happens.